Hello, welcome to BarbWire Strategy, and here we are in lovely Amarillo, Texas. Just arrived here on our way to New Mexico, Red River Lodge, New Mexico. I think that's where we're going. We just arrived in Amarillo. You know, you forget about how big Texas is. It's huge, especially when you've spent most of the day driving across Texas. We didn't even drive all the way across Texas. We've driven 5, 6, 7 hours roughly. Let's see, we left around 1. It's now whatever time it is. We stopped for lunch, stopped for gas once in Wichita Falls, and then shot out from Wichita out to Amarillo. And we're stopping at a little Quinta Inn for the night. It's just really nice. It's nice to be out of the car for a while. And here comes Rob with the keys to the room.
What I was thinking is, instead of putting all this in the cab,
Yeah.
why don't we just put it in the room?
We should put it in the room. There's not enough room in your cab.
Well, I mean, that way we don't have to, because I don't want to put it in the cab and then put it back out here when we go eat.
Yeah, I agree.
But since all of your crap is going to take up a lot of the space in our room,
Yep.
I get to pick the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And we're right by the pool, which I think might be a good place to smoke cigars.
Yes, Mr. President, I saw it last night. It was a very sad occasion. I mean, really, it was like watching Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. And of course, you know, that was only part 1. Tonight, they say they're going to have the second part, and they're going to have the second round of, 25 or 30 candidates, the DNC. Yeah, I agree. I think that the best thing the DNC can do is just to sit this next race out and save their money and wait until you finish your full 8 years, and then they can do whatever they're going to try to do, which isn't going to be much on the agenda they have. I couldn't believe it. So you got sick too, just listening to it. Or you were rolling on the floor laughing. Yes, I know. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Hey, listen, Mr. President, I've got to do a show real quick. So let me call you back, maybe after lunch. How's that sound? Good? All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, you know, I watched the DNC debate, the first one last night, and I couldn't believe what get away, fly, what a joke it is, or was, to watch. I mean, it was one ridiculous question after the next. What got me was that the same thing happened here as has happened in the past. Is that the liberal media is asking the questions, and they're answering a bunch of liberal boxed questions, but even the liberal boxed questions could not fully be answered. The candidates, they'd ask a question, and more than half the time, the candidate wouldn't even answer the question. They'd go off and bloviate about something else. What really gets me about this, and this is what gripes me about any debate, whether it's Republican or Democrat, and that is that if I was the guy asking the questions, I'd interrupt him. I'd say, no. So, I mean, if I ask a question, if I said, what was the goofy questions they were asking? Climate change, your ridiculousness. But let's just say you were asking that question. And then they said, well, let me tell you about my, foreign policy, or let me tell you how great I am, or why I'm so wonderful, or whatever. I'd stop them. If I was sitting out there, if I was the media asking the questions, I'd say, no, wait a minute. No. I asked you a question. You need to answer that question. And if you can't answer that question, we're going to go to the next fella. That's what I would do. It absolutely drives me nuts that the media sits there and they ask. Of course, it's all boxed. It's all pre-planned. They know that they're going to ask it. It's goofy. They're going to ask a question, and now it's your turn to say whatever you want with the airtime that you have. So it ends up just being a soapbox speech, and the audience or whoever's watching it doesn't get anything out of it. I wasn't going to get anything out of it anyway because it was a bunch of goofy liberals up there My son called me and he said, "Daddy, you notice what they're doing?" He says, "They're all trying to out-liberal each other. They're blaming each other for not being liberal enough," which I thought that was humorous. But Donald Trump is going to win the next election, hands down. And he's going to be in the office for the next 4 years beyond the term that he's got now. So the Democrats can just be as upset about that as possible, but oh well, too bad, so sad.
We have just arrived here in Amarillo, Texas, and it's about, well, whatever time it is. I can't see it on the phone because it's not telling me the time. Anyway, Rob's gone into the hotel to check in. We're at the La Quinta Inn in Amarillo, Texas, and everything is just hunky-dory. We're having a wonderful time. It's been a long drive. Weather's nice. It's not hot. It's mild, and a lot of construction going on here in Amarillo. See, I can't turn this around without. See, maybe I can. How's that? I think that just took a picture. I think that took another picture. Okay, I'll turn it around and take a movie.